refuse to take another exam. I told the exam lady, checking people in, I said, I hope you don't have to see me ever again.
Let's welcome our next guest who just recently passed the CPA exam.
My name is Tasha Robinson. I live in the Metro DC area, and I am an Audit Associate in my second year at Grant Thornton.
How long did it take you to finish the CPA exam?
Well, it actually took me the 18 months, but luckily, due to the pandemic, they had extended the credit deadlines. And so I had a few extra months before my audit credit was going to expire. So I started in March of 2019, and then I just ended in September of 2020. The whole pandemic happened, and they were like, so CPA, we're trying to figure it out. And then it was like, okay, we're going to extend credits just because, the testing centers were closed. And so I was like, thank goodness, because I didn't know, how everything was going to progress. So I'm glad I actually had that wiggle room. During the pandemic, it gave me a little bit more time because I was also not really assigned on any clients during the pandemic. And there was also extra time when I was assigned to a client that I didn't have to spend traveling to the client, getting on the metro. So it gave me at least an extra hour and a half to, get into my study materials more. I refuse to take another exam. I told the exam lady, checking people in, I said, I hope you don't have to see me ever again. And I just kept telling myself that every day. I think I had took it my last one, September 15th, and I was finding out October 9th, and I just said, every day, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I said, I can't face that lady again because I told her I wasn't going to be there.
And what advice would you like to share?
So for right now, most of the tips I would give is to make sure you're understanding the material instead of memorizing it, because with some study programs, you can get bogged down in doing the same type of multiple choice, and you don't actually understand what the question is asking, or the actual material behind it. So it's good to just actually understand. And when they give mnemonics, for example, in Becker, you don't want to just memorize the mnemonics, but actually go into actually knowing what the mnemonic is and the different characteristics that go into each. Also for me, I tried not to focus on my mock exam scores. A lot of people can get bogged down on mock exam scores, like, oh, this is really low. But I took mock exam scores as, this is just me practicing. It's just an extra way of knowing my weak areas, my strong areas, and what to focus on next. But you see a lot of people talk about a Becker bump. You don't always want to rely on a Becker bump, but it's good to see your mock scores are going up, so you know that you're improving. And also what really helped me was writing down notes as I go. Some people don't like to, when you're listening to the lecture, you don't want to write in the book or take separate notes on the side. But I found out that really helped me, just memorizing and just understanding what I was listening to during the lectures. And then I also, when I did multiple choice questions and I was going through review, if I had gotten that question wrong, I would write down the correct answer and why it was the correct answer. So when I would go back and review, it helped me a lot just to, go back and remember why. When I had failed FAR, and I found out on a family trip at a baseball game, and I felt like I had just killed the mood, and I was like, I didn't pass, and I just felt like everybody was just like, oh, okay, well, let's still try to have fun. But then, like, I took like a month or so off, and when I went to start and restudy again, I said, I just can't, like, go and do a practice. Like some people say, do a practice exam and see where your strong and weak areas are, and then go from there. I just had to start all over because I just said, I'm just gonna start over because I don't feel comfortable just starting right there. But it definitely, of course, it helped me get over that hump.